image.
Hello and welcome to the second part of the Mobile Economy Summit 2015 presented by GSMA in association with CNBC TV18. In the previous episode, an esteemed panel discussed how mobile would be an enabler for Digital India. Over the next half hour, we'll show you snapshots of a panel discussion centered on the opportunities and challenges that the government's ambitious Digital India program presents. The panel included the Vice President and Head of Technology, Government and Industry Relations, Sustainability and Corporate Responsibility for Ericsson India, Manoj Dawane, Rajat Mukherjee, the Chief Corporate Affairs Officer at Idea Cellular, the Director External Affairs for Vodafone India, P. Balaji, and the Director Government Affairs and Public Policy at Dell India, Avinash Ramchandran. Avinash, if I could start with you, we on the earlier panel we were talking about innovation. We ended it with innovation. So Great Digital India is out there, which is going to help us enable innovation also. But here's the, let's play devil's advocate. Do you think the Indian regulatory issues, the Indian full ecosystem, is it conducive for innovation currently? Or are we getting better?
And every time there's a new technology that comes, people talk about the post-PC era. And so they leave us in the background. So that's why thanks for having us here. I think, if you look at like companies like Dell or any one of us who've been here for a very long time, our investments in this country began at the end of the 90s, right? And it's continued, it's grown from there. Have we been innovating in the country? Yes, we have, definitely. Has it integrated very well with what's happening in the market here, with how manufacturing is happening? That's where I think the gap actually lies. If you look at how if you look at the whole innovation and manufacturing integration, it's actually a global phenomenon today, right? Design happens in India, the Taiwanese are also designing some parts of it, and it's manufacturing in China, right? What we're trying to do is trying to bring the whole thing over here. But for that to happen, manufacturing needs to grow first. So your innovation happens, your manufacturing is also happening quickly, so you can get prototypes into the market as quickly as possible. And that's when the whole integration actually happens.
Okay, great. Mr. Balaji, I'll come to you on a slightly separate topic, and well, you're with Vodafone, so definitely we want to talk to you about spectrum. We had that issue in the first discussion also. But to get to all this innovation, and we were talking about getting manufacturing also using technology, the Internet of Things, to provide better services, to help get more economy, the economy booming, more business there. But there are some figures that I have which says that I think in India our spectrum, which means so per million people in India, spectrum allocated is 0.095 megahertz. Now I'm not the expert, so I might have said the wrong figure, but I'm sure it's not way off from that. Is more spectrum the answer to all our connectivity woes, to all the woes that we feel might be solved if we have more spectrum?
It's an interesting topic. So let me just start with the broader picture, right? So clearly India is a nation on the move. Just look at it from the point of view of the youth dividend, the fact that we are among the fastest growing economy. There is high aspiration among the people. There's a democratically elected government which is very decisive in a visionary leadership. And the fact that there's a lot of interest in India from more than one ways, whether it's the e-commerce boom that's happening, the FDI that's following in, all are steps which kind of talk about a broader growth. There's an ambition for which the government has said about 9% growth or 10% growth year on year for the next 2 decades. Now, where is that going to happen from? Clearly, this growth is going to come from the broader, vision that the government has set in terms of Digital India, Jan Dhan Aadhaar, mobile, talk about Digital India, inclusive growth, Sabka Saath, and so on. All of these in a country like India that's not just mobile first, but actually mobile only, because over 60% of people today access internet on the mobile. So clearly you need to have a very robust ICT network. Clearly you need to have mobility and broadband available at very affordable rates to the people of India. And if that's got to happen, then the one raw material that's required for operators is spectrum. It is acknowledged.
What are the other raw materials that we need?
So I think it's acknowledged. I mean, just a moment on the spectrum itself. It's acknowledged that yes, there is significantly lower spectrum in India compared to global averages, 1/3 to 1/4 the numbers that people talk about. But I think this government has taken some very good steps. Spectrum trading, spectrum sharing, great policies. Number one. Number two, the fact that they've had active discussions between telecoms and defense to make sure there's harmonized spectrum available in large enough quantities. I hope that in the next 6 months we'll have some big auctions which have multiple bands and allow enough spectrum to be available for the information highways to be created. That's the general direction that I see at the moment. Besides that, of course, the thing which is required in the last mile is to have enough access to fiber, which means right of way is important, and also access to towers, and that comes to issues of local government giving enough permissions and making it easy to kind of install towers, because the raw materials is towers and spectrum at affordable prices and affordable levies.